Next, meaningful career and touching lives. Meaningful career and touching lives. In this career, you are able to provide financial security to a family in the absence of breadwinner, fund medical cost of a family, finance a child's education expenses and plan for retirement savings.
My name is Joanna Lee. My 3 children and I would like you to know that we will always be grateful to AIA, and especially our family insurance agent. My husband and I married in 1979. We were very young then. I was 21 and he was 24. My husband worked very hard ever since the day I knew him. He made a lot of money the last 10 years. We had a big car. He also invested in a golf club and property in Malaysia because he said it was a lot cheaper. I didn't really know what else he did, but he was a very good husband who took care of everything and all the money needs. My job was to be a good wife, stay at home and take care of the children and housework. We had so much to look forward to. We frequently sat together for coffee while the children were having their tuition, and we would dream about how we can relax in our holiday home once our children have all grown up, sipping coffee at the golf club and enjoying our retirement. After collecting his CPF money 2 years ago, we realized our 3 children had grown quite a lot, and we found our 3-room HDB flat in Toa Payoh too small. Like all typical Singaporeans, we upgraded to an executive apartment in Tampines. Most of the cash we earned from selling the flat went to pay for the renovation, and much of his CPF was used towards the purchase so that we could have a smaller housing loan. Everything was just great. We had a very happy marriage, and the children were thrilled to have their own air-conditioned and well-furnished rooms. Things were fine for a year until last year, November, when my husband began to complain about his persistent backache and coughing. The company doctor suggested that he should undergo a chest X-ray. The results were not good. My husband was referred to Tan Tock Seng Hospital. The hospital did some more X-rays and confirmed that my husband was suffering from tuberculosis. He was told to return for treatment for TB every day for 2 months. 2 months passed, and he seems to be getting worse. We got very worried, but he faithfully returned for his daily injections for another 2 weeks. He was breathless on his return from the hospital, and I immediately arranged an ambulance to admit him to the nearest hospital. He was immediately diagnosed to be suffering from advanced stage lung cancer. Shortly before my husband's admittance to hospital, he told me that he had some life insurance and that if anything were to happen to him, I should contact our agent, who had always been so helpful to him. I was at a complete loss that night. I was fretful, afraid, and really did not know what I should do. What would happen to me and our 3 children if he did not recover? I phoned our agent immediately at 11 p.m. and told her about the situation. She assured me that the policy we owned was all paid up to date. I did not worry, but I was. I told her that the money is very important for us because my husband was dying and we do not have any other savings. We have a lot of loans, housing loans, renovation loans, car loan, and the medical bills to pay. I didn't know how much time we had, but I hoped he would have at least a few months to live. My youngest daughter, Gracia, is only 7 years old. He can't die now. Surely the doctors will do their best to save him. Our agent even brought her personal lawyer to the hospital to give him legal advice. Just before my husband could give instructions, his lung suddenly collapsed. He died right before our very eyes. I was very shocked and distraught. There was no one else around. And except our insurance agent and her lawyer, I cried in disbelief. He had only been diagnosed 2 days ago. At the funeral, a lot of friends and relatives came. They all offered their sympathy. My husband was only 43 years old. How could it be? Everyone asked. I don't have any answer. It's not important anymore. People came, people left. But my agent was the most trusted and comforting person. She offered help unreservedly and was there to advise every time I had a problem. After my husband's funeral, my agent and I went through my husband's papers. I had never taken any interest as he always handled all the paperwork. You won't believe what I had discovered. Credit card bills unpaid, up to about $10,000, which I think he took to purchase some shares. 2 lapsed insurance policies bought some time ago. Car installments outstanding. Income tax for the year 1996 not submitted and outstanding. And some shares of little value. I knew my husband lost a lot of money investing in the share market for the past few years. He also joint ventured a business with some friends about 2 years ago, which also lost money. Our golf club membership in Malaysia is of no use to me, and the deposit for the property in Malaysia was also lost. The developer never built the house. The CPF board would not release my husband's CPF money until 3 to 4 months, even though there wasn't much. HDB replied that I have to continue to pay our monthly loan of $1,500 per month until they approve our claim for the mortgage insurance taken through the HDB. The car installments were piling up. To make things worse, even the road tax and insurance was due. And there were so many other worries that I didn't have before. To tell you the truth, I don't think I could have survived this crisis through without the money from my husband's insurance. AIA paid me in full within 4 days of submissions of claim. Thank you. Thank you very much. Everyone who came to the funeral was sorry for me and for our children. Everyone who came to the wake was shocked. Some of our friends and relatives assured us that they will help us in any way they can. But really, our life insurance agent was the only one who can help substantially. At least I would not have to lose my dignity to reach out to so many people to ask for help. And this made a lot of difference to me. I sometimes wish that my husband could have bought just a little more life insurance. Even now, I have started working part-time as I have to be very prudent with the small estate I'm left with. We can't afford to keep the car and it will be sold. My eldest daughter, who is 16.5 years old, has just started work as a counter sales girl and could not be with us today. Last week, the HDB informed me officially that the mortgage on our home had been approved and settled. The hospital's bills were paid by my husband's ex-employer, Cycle and Carriage, through their group insurance policies. I have also paid the credit card bills using the life insurance proceeds. I have some money left from all this. Now I can only hope that my children will grow up with a decent education. Meanwhile, I have to organize my time to fit my part-time work as a receptionist in a medical clinic and taking care of my children when they return from school. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a situation that a woman and her children can get herself into through no fault of hers.